morning, Titans! My name is Mr. Rodriguez, and in this video, I will be joined by Mr. Wallace to answer two of your most commonly asked questions throughout the last 2 weeks during this launch period where all of your teachers, all of your homeroom teachers, have had the opportunity to meet you and your parents. So in just a moment, Mr. Wallace is going to walk through with you the various ways to access your Google Classroom. And I will follow up Mr. Wallace with a brief explanation and walkthrough of your schedule, which will start on Monday, August 31st. So stay tuned. Thank you, Mr. Wallace. Take it.
Hello, El Camino Titans. This is Mr. Wallace. I'm here to explain how to access your Google Classroom. There are 3 ways you can do this. The easiest way to do this, and the best bet on being able to access Google Classroom, would be to do it from Clever. So if you've opened up a Chrome tab on your Chromebook, you want to look for the C symbol up at the top right. If you click on that symbol, it will take you directly to Clever. From Clever, you'll have access to the different teacher pages that you have, and you will also have access to all of your apps that are housed here in Clever. You'll want to locate the one that has the Google Classroom logo, which is this one right over here. If you click on that logo, it will then take you to all of your Google Classrooms. These are the ones I have set up for my students. It should look something like this on your end. What I would do once you have accessed your Google Classrooms is make sure that you have one set up for each of your teachers. So you can review your schedule, review your list of classes, and make sure that you have a Google Classroom set up for each one. If you find that you do not have one, you should contact your teacher as soon as you can. I would email your teacher, that would be the best bet, and you can let them know that you do not have a Google Classroom for their class. They will do one of 2 things. They will use Aries to automatically import you into that class, or they will provide a join code for you to access the class. If you receive a join code from your teacher, you will click on the plus symbol up at the top right. Once you click on the plus symbol, you'll want to click on Join Class. Your teacher will give you a join code. I think it's a 5-digit code with both lowercase letters and numbers. You will put that code into this area here where it's asking for class code. Up here, this will turn blue where it says Join. If you've done it correctly and you input your class code here, your join symbol will turn blue. You will click on that symbol and you will now be a part of that Google Classroom. Now, there's also another way that you can join Google Classroom, or at least find your Google Classrooms. You can open up a new tab on your Chrome browser. And up in the top right corner, you will see what we call a waffle grid. If you click on that, you will find all of your different Google apps here. And again, you'll see the one that has the Classroom logo, and it says Classroom here. So you can also access all of your Google Classrooms from here. If you click on that, it will then take you to what we saw earlier, which is a list of all your Google Classrooms. There is a third way, but I can't show you on this screen, but I believe you can do it through your Aries student portal. Okay, so 3 ways to do it. You can use Clever, and you should find your Google Classroom here. You can open up a new browser tab and click on the waffle symbol here, and then click on Classroom. Or you can use your student portal from Aries. I hope this helps. If you have any questions, be sure to ask your advisory teacher, or you can email me. I'm Mr. Wallace at mwallace@smbsd.net.
Thank you, Mr. Wallace. I will take over from here. So in this presentation, I am going to help you understand your schedule. And of course, I will be joined by my Bitmoji. All right, so this will be our schedule beginning on Monday, August 31st. This will be our schedule for the foreseeable future, perhaps for the rest of the school year. Definitely until we transition into the hybrid model, but that won't happen until at least we have 14 days of declining COVID-19 cases. So don't even think about that for now. And so our schedule will have 6 periods built into our day. As you can see here, we will have English, math, science, history, PE, electives, and our ELD classes. Those ELD students will be provided 30 minutes of an elective that's built into the day. We'll talk about that later. Your day begins bright and early at 8:30 a.m. and it will end at 3:10. So we expect you to be here every day on time, being prepared with all your materials, following the Zoom etiquette, and ready to learn. I really want to stress this to you. I cannot stress it enough that we will have homeroom every day, Monday through Friday, every day from 11:50 to 12:10. And homeroom is only 20 minutes long, so please be there on time so that we can take attendance and begin. All right, so Mondays are going to be an interesting day in our schedule. If you look here, of course, you're going to start your day at 8:30, bright and early. There's time built into the day for you to work independently and for you to receive tutoring, if so needed. There's also time built in the day for ELD support. There's time for EL students, or English learners, to have access to their electives. And let's not forget that at 11:50, you're checking in on Mondays to homeroom. The bulk of your learning on Zoom in classes with your teachers will occur on Tuesday to Friday before lunch. So as you see here, you're going to have 60-minute periods, and they are going to go in this alternating order. So let's begin here with Tuesdays and Thursdays. Notice you'll have first, second, and third period. And then on Thursday, first, second, and third period. It will alternate so that on Wednesdays and Fridays, you will have fourth, fifth, and sixth periods. I also want you to notice here again, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, you will have homeroom from 11:50 to 12:10. And of course, we can't neglect to mention that you will also have a 40-minute lunch. Your lunch begins at 12:10 and ends at 12:50. In our day, we will have built in SSR and Elective Time. This will be from 12:55 to 1:25, Monday through Friday. As you can see, this time will be for independent reading for students. If you are not doing independent reading, that means you are an English learner who is in their elective class. Teachers, like myself and Mr. Wallace, will be making contacts with your parents, we'll be grading your work, putting it into areas, and we will be doing other communications as well during this time. All right, office hours. Now this is where things can get a little tricky, so please pay attention. Here we have the schedule for office hours. Notice that they are in 30-minute sessions, 1:30 to 2, 2:05 to 2:35, 2:40 to 3:10, right? There's a 5-minute break between each session. You are going to be required to check in with those teachers, 4th, 5th, 6th on Tuesdays and Thursdays, 1st, 2nd, and 3rd on Wednesday and Fridays. You're going to check in with those teachers at your designated time, and your teacher will, at that point, take attendance. So you are required to go to office hours. I know it can be a little tricky. It's throwing teachers as well. But you will go to class at your designated time. Your teacher will take attendance, and at that point, they will offer you additional support or help with your homework, with concepts, whatever that you need from your teacher. If you don't need additional support or help, you may leave that period. But you will be required to come into the next period 30 minutes later to take attendance. At that point, you can receive more help, or if you feel like you don't need help, you can also leave, so on and so forth. So for example, let's say on Tuesday, you have fourth period at 1:30. You check in, you take attendance, you don't need any help, you can exit. Or you do need help, you let your teacher know, and they will be there to support you with whatever tutoring or support you need. But you must come back for a fifth period at 2:05, take attendance. You must come back at 2:40 for sixth period, take attendance. Okay? And the same thing on Wednesday, first period, second period, third period, and so on. I really need to stress to you that you have to go to office hours in order for your teacher to take attendance. It's not optional. And please be on time so we can take attendance and we can move on. So that is your schedule. Just to quickly review, these are 60-minute periods. Of course, you're going to also have a 40-minute lunch in there. You will have homeroom every day from 11:50 to 12:10, Monday through Friday. You have to check in, take attendance every 30 minutes for your office hour sessions. If you have any additional questions, feel free to reach out to me, Mr. Rodriguez, at joserodriguez@smbsd.net, or you can just ask your homeroom or advisory teacher. All of you should have gotten this schedule when you met with your homeroom or advisory teacher during the launch. All right, thank you so much for joining us in this video. We hope that you learned a lot more about how to access Google Classroom, and we also hope that this walkthrough of your schedule will help you understand what life will be like for you throughout distance learning. It is really important that you focus on your education because, as we say here at El Camino, education is the pathway to success.